You're listening to Reality Time on the Champion Sound, BigUpRadio.com. We are blessed and honored to have on the phone with us the multi-dimensional singer, songwriter, drummer, Glen Washington.
Yeah, man, greetings. Blessed love, man.
So, I like to always start off just by giving our listeners a sense of, where you grew up and where you come from and things. Can you tell us about your early influences when you grew up?
Well, I grew up in a town called Mifflin in Clarendon, Jamaica, on the south central part of Jamaica. And back in them days, music was all that every young kid wanted music. I would run away from home just to go where the music is. I would leave my food just to be where the music is, whether it be recorded music or live music. And that's just how I grew up.
So let's talk about your early days. So let me get this, make sure I'm getting my facts straight. Early on, you were a lead singer for groups like Names and Faces.
That was whenever I recorded my first song, 1973.
Yeah? Talk a little bit about that experience.
Well, it started when I was in senior school in Mifflin. They had a group of people was giving a talent show. Having a talent show, and some of my friends while I was in school encouraged me because I used to be the singer in the class. They encouraged me to go enter the talent show, and the prize was to get a song recorded, to get to be recorded in a popular recording studio, and $50. That time, $50 was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they kept having these different eliminations, and I kept winning. First elimination, second elimination. Every time they come, I win. So every time they had an elimination, I would win, and to semi-final, grand final, and they came to the night now when they had the final night where all the biggies come out. I never thought I would win, but I won anyway. And my first song, a song called Susie that I wrote, because I was told, I got a hint from one of the musicians that I get more prize, I get more points if I'm the songwriter. For originality, I'd get more points. And back in times, I used to be able, even till now, I used to like to create things, make things up in my mind. I could write a scene, I could put a scene together, just see it in my mind and just write.
So was that around the same time that you were the singer with 35 Incorporated too?
C35 Incorporated came right after that, after I recorded my first song. Named a man called Roy Cook, that was living in Canada.
And I want to talk about too, because you're a multi-dimensional artist, singer, songwriter, but also like another legendary drummer like Roddy God. You're a drummer, and so maybe a lot of people don't know that. And talk about
I played drums for over 20 years.
Right. So and if I was not so when you in starting you off in that direction, was it was Joseph Hill who kind of led you down the path of being a drummer?
He was the one that to be honest, Joseph Hill was the one that taught me how to play the drums.
How did you balance going between, being a lead singer and being on the front and then being, a drummer and keeping up the rhythm?
Let me tell you, I don't know, it just happened like that because I was able to sing already. And what happened, Joseph Hill was the drummer with C35 Incorporated. When he left, I was the only one in the group that would be, fool around the drums and try to hold a tempo. And then we end up with a whole bunch of gigs, little gigs, little gigs, but it was a lot. It added up. We ended up with a whole bunch of little gigs, and then no drummer, because Joseph left to go form his group Culture. So I ended up having to hold up my end, and the guy said, we have all these gigs to do, and you're the only one that can hold a tempo, so we're going to go and wing it.
And you jumped in there.
I jumped right in there. That time we didn't have boom stand. We have a thing called gooseneck, the microphone with the gooseneck that you could put the mic anything in the direction you want it. So I'll put it up close to me and put the put the microphone in front of me, and then I would be singing it. A lot of people be looking, trying to see who's singing.
Right.
Because they hear the singing and the band playing wicked, and they hear this person singing and can't see the drum. And at times I would have a lot of drums, so I'll be playing a whole bunch of drums. So
Yeah.
They can't see.
That's an amazing talent to be able to do both.
But I ended up being known as a singing drummer because I grew, into it, being able to differentiate the tempo, the different sections of drumming, how to roll and all that without changing, skipping a beat, or how to sing. And in most bands that I play, I ended up acting as the band leader, even though there's a band leader, but I'm the one in charge because the drummer is always in charge.
Right.
Yeah, and I think in every band the drummer has to be aggressively in charge.
So I want to switch gears a little bit. In talking about, like one of the tunes that really set it off for you, the John Glory, which is a huge tune on the Joe Frasier production. But also, back in the days, you had another tune called, what was it, Rocker Go Cracker?
Rocker Go Cracker.
Yeah.
I recorded that 1976, but it was not released in 1979 for Joe Gibbs Record.
And that one had a big following with it, right?
Yeah, well, that one, I did not know that was such a big song until I went to the UK. And they requested that I sing that, and I said, that song was when I was a little kid. You hear my voice, I was a kid back then. As the people said this was a big hit in the UK. I said, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
And some of your more recent albums, like Number One Girl and Your Love. What are your current projects that you have going on right now?
The current one is one that I recorded with Don One Record from out in New York called In the Heart of the City, Glen Washington in the Heart of the City. Got some pretty good tracks, but I don't know what went down with the promotion and because it was distributed by BP Records, and I don't know what's going on with that. I can't say what's going on with that. I know people know him because I went to Africa, and people seem to know all the songs. I go to different places and people know the songs. I guess they're hearing them.
Right.
And right now I'm working with Heavy Beat Records. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting right out in front of the studio right now.
Okay.
I'm with Heavy Beat Records. We are the next album coming out is gonna be on the Heavy Beat label, and then we're trying to finish it. We're up the tracks. We're doing all the mix, all the final mixes and overdubbings right now.
When can we possibly expect maybe a Northern California Glen Washington appearance?
Well, I don't know what's going on with people in Northern California. I don't know if they don't know me or they don't like me or what.
Oh, we like you. We love you out here, Glen Washington.
Yeah, well,
Sure.
it's for the promoters to really reach out, for people to reach out to the promoters and let them know we want to hear Glen Washington. I have a show in Orlando, Florida, at this new club called Club Lux. It's on Sunday night, and it's gonna be off the chain because I put on a show. I'm not one of the artists that I hate to be ringing my own bell, but I'm not one of the artists that run on stage and sing 2 songs or sing some intros to a couple of songs and run off.
Yeah.
Because that's not how a show. You're supposed to put on a show, give a show, let people feel like they got their money's worth. And we got so many songs. For instance, last month, 2 months ago, I went to Gambia in West Africa. And you would not believe it. I was on stage from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God! Wow, incredible.
Yeah, man, I like that.
Yeah.
Because the longer I sing, the better I feel, and the better I sound. It's like the old tube amplifiers that these sound systems used to use, the KT88. When the longer I play, it plays till it turn blue. That's the better sound. That's me.
You're listening to Reality Time on the Champion Sound, BigUpRadio.com. We have on the phone with us Glen Washington. Glen, hopefully maybe this can be the start of something to get you out here so we can, give the people, present what you have.
Yeah, man, Yeah, they can find me on myspace.com/Glen Washington. Glen with 2 N, double N, GLENN Washington. myspace.com/Glen Washington. Because I have a page, glenwashington.net, but it is being repaired right now. So you can find me on MySpace. Or you just go Google and then the Glen Washington. You can find me anywhere.
Excellent, folks. You heard it here. Just Glenn, before we let you go, I know you're a busy guy. This is an international, reggae show, and I wanted to just give you a chance to say something to the international reggae community.
Yes, I just want to say to our people that in all the strives and struggles that we have in this time and in our lives, all we have to do is just trust in the Most High and live clean and live good amongst our brothers and sisters, because it's not all about killing and murdering and maiming each other. Life is for living and for loving. God is good, So just trust God and give thanks and praise to the Most High every time. The Jah is alive and He's well, and He will take care of each and every one of us, whether you're pink, white, green, or yellow. God is good for all of us.
You heard it here, folks. Glen Washington on Reality Time. Glenn, thank you so much for taking the time to sit and talk with us, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, Rastafari blessing each and every one.
You are watching Scratch TV channel on YouTube.com.